What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could do me a favor, smack the hell out of that like button. It helps out the video more than you know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do me the honor. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing tons of Giants content. We got the Yankees coming up tomorrow. Got Lakers starting. It's going to be a very busy time here on the channel. Of course, I'll be live tonight, 10 o'clock. We'll talk about the New York Giants and the big victory that they had against the Saints yesterday. It's going to be a fundraising stream. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so the fundraiser tonight is Susan G. Komen Foundation. So anything that is donated to my channel tonight will be going. 100% of the proceeds will go to that charity. So I hope you guys will be able to tune in tonight. We'll take some questions. We'll celebrate because we haven't been able to do that in quite some time. It's raining here in upstate New York. I think the sky is crying tears of joy because the New York Giants, the New York Jets, and the New York Yankees actually won on the same day. I don't remember the last time that's actually happened, but it's been a while. No doubt about it. Daniel Jones, I can't stop raving about Daniel Jones' performance yesterday. I'm giddy as a New York Giants fan, and you hope it's just a sign of things to come. Now, let's not expect Daniel Jones to throw for 400 yards every game, but it is a good possibility. Daniel Jones actually might have saved Jason Garrett's job. Now, you can take that for what it's worth. I know a lot of people want to get Jason Garrett the hell out of town, and like I said, I believe a lot of that just has to do with the fact that he's been part of the Cowboys organization for so many years. But don't forget, he was a backup quarterback for the New York Giants in the early 2000s, so he was a New York Giant at one point too. But also, if you think Daniel Jones is improving, guys, you got to give Jason Garrett a little bit of credit. What I'm happy to see is that they allowed Daniel Jones to throw the ball deep. I mean, I know that people are saying, well, you know, Daniel Jones checks it down. The deep throws are there to be had, and maybe they are. But whatever it was yesterday, Daniel Jones decided to throw caution to the wind. He threw 2 touchdowns of over 50 yards, and it was a good thing to see. I mean, they were aggressive in that fourth quarter, and it's all we've been clamoring for was to see some aggression. Maybe Daniel Jones' performance gives the coaching staff confidence that Daniel Jones can do this week in and week out. Listen, it was his game to win. I said it before overtime, and maybe not even before overtime, when we were down by 3. I said Daniel Jones had a great game, and now it's time for him to do something that he really hasn't done, and that's take us to a victory. And he did. He carried this team yesterday, and there's no doubt about that. The defense was pretty shoddy most of the day. Couldn't get off the field on third down, but yes, they did step up when they had to in the fourth quarter, but there's no doubt about it. This game was won because of Daniel Jones. It was good to see Saquon Barkley on the real route. It was good to see Kenny Golladay getting involved. It was good to see Kadarius Toney get a couple of passes thrown his way. We see what Kadarius Toney can be. Now, he did drop a couple passes, but I mean, that is what it is. Obviously, that's not good, but you see what Kadarius Toney can do when he's in space. It is a possibility that the injuries to Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard actually helped. It may have been a blessing in disguise because now you saw Daniel Jones getting that rapport with Kenny Golladay, who had 7 catches for 119 yards, 116 yards somewhere in there. Couple of big catches to put us down there in scoring range. Saw Saquon Barkley with a little bit of explosiveness again. Couple of, jukes and jives, some good jump cuts. Maybe he's getting back to 100%, which would be really good to see. Like I said, we mentioned Kadarius Toney. And then John Ross got the Giants off, to the good start with the long touchdown pass. They said he fumbled and recovered it. Then they gave it back to Daniel Jones. I really don't know what the official scoring was, but regardless, it was a big play in double coverage. He ran by the coverage, and Daniel Jones dropped the biscuit in the basket. Perfect dime by Danny, gave the Giants that touchdown. So it's good to see. I'm thrilled about it. Again, as a Giants fan, you got to be excited from what you saw in Daniel Jones. You're not going to put him in Canton yet. He's got to back up his performance against New Orleans with a great performance against Dallas. It's a big game on Sunday. There's no doubt about that. If we can somehow find a way to beat Dallas, we're right back in this thing. But Dallas is a really tough opponent. We're going to have to score some points. There is no way we're shutting down that offense. That offense is really good. Dak Prescott's playing great. Zeke looks like he's back to form, and they got great receivers. That's a really good team in Dallas. So if we're going to win, we're going to have to put up some points. And again, the New York Giants offense is going to have to depend on Daniel Jones and say, hey, man, throw it deep, extend the field, because if Daniel Jones is throwing deep, maybe it opens up some holes for Saquon Barkley to get some bigger runs, because he really hasn't had that big signature run yet. But Daniel Jones definitely had a signature game yesterday. There's no doubt about that. And again, it might have saved Jason Garrett's job, because if the Giants came out and laid another stinker on offense, man, Jason Garrett might not have been coming back here. So again, you can take that for what it's worth. You can be happy that Daniel Jones balled out. You can be mad that he balled out and maybe save Jason Garrett's job. Regardless of whatever you think, it was good to get a win. Now, another thing I want to mention, talking about Daniel Jones, was the offensive line gave him a clean pocket. And you could see what Daniel Jones can do with a clean pocket. It is amazing how much better a quarterback looks and how much more confidence he has when he feels that he's being protective and not going to be knocked on his ass every time he drops back to pass, which leads me to Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas has been fantastic this year, and I don't think Andrew Thomas is getting enough credit. I know there was a lot of us that bashed Andrew Thomas. There's a lot of Giants fans saying he's the worst tackle in the draft. The media was saying he was the worst tackle in the draft. We should have taken Tristan Wirfs. We should have taken this guy. Should have taken Mekhi Becton. Should have taken Wills. I know. I've heard it all about Andrew Thomas, but Andrew Thomas has been fantastic this year. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I'm not a big PFF guy, but he's definitely been one of the highest-ranked left tackles out there. He hasn't allowed a sack this season. He has been really good. Now, last year he got off to a really poor start. A lot of that had to do with coaching. And then, he played better in the second half, but he dealt with an ankle injury the entire season. He played really bad in that last game against the Patriots in the preseason, and it had me worried. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, man, I'm confident in him. I didn't think he was as bad as he showed in that game, but still, I was concerned. But he has been unbelievable. He's been the anchor of that offensive line. And no matter what the Giants do this season, you hope that they can build off of the win, and you hope that they can get some momentum going forward and win a couple of these games. I know we have a really tough schedule, man, and it ain't going to be easy. And it's very possible that we lose to Dallas and lose the good feeling. But if we can somehow beat them, maybe the team learns how to win and it gives them that confidence. But if they do have a bad season and you do see these type of performances more often than not from Daniel Jones, and you see, Andrew Thomas continue to develop and continue to be a really good left tackle, if you come out of nothing, if nothing else comes out of the season, but you find out that Daniel Jones really can be a franchise quarterback and that you do have a staple at left tackle for the next 10 to 15 years, or at least you believe that, I'm not going to say there's moral victories, but that's certainly something that the New York Giants can look forward to and say, hey, man, at least we have these two positions locked up. Now, again, I'm not ready to put Daniel Jones in Canton. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's the franchise quarterback of the future, because Daniel Jones has been known to be inconsistent. He has played much better this year. There is no doubt about it. He is not the reason that we've lost the games we have. Denver was a team that really beat us badly, but we definitely had a chance to beat Washington. We should have beat Washington. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We should have beat Washington. An offsides penalty on a missed field goal, we would have won the game. And then against Atlanta, our defense just couldn't hold them. But we could easily be 3-1. Again, that's no moral victories. We're 1-3. Bill Parcells says your record is what you say. You are what your record says you are. So I'm not going to get into moral victories. But like I said, if the Giants come out of this season knowing what they have at quarterback and knowing what they have at left tackle, and they can add a couple more pieces to that offensive line and get Daniel Jones that protection, Saquon Barkley is 100%. You got Kenny Golladay going forward, and Kadarius Toney ends up being pretty decent. At least you can see, some formability there on the offense. It was good to see the offense play well, and hopefully they can continue, because, like I said, they're going to need to put up points against Dallas if we have any chance of winning. So that's all I got in this video, guys. Again, if you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor. Again, please like, please subscribe. You can watch my post-game video over here. I never know which side it's on. You can watch it over here. You can subscribe up here. And come on by tonight. We'll talk about the victory. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys and girls and actually celebrating a win. It's been so long for the New York Giants. It feels damn good. And I know it's not a Super Bowl win. I know we're still 1-3, but hell, we're going to enjoy this win all week. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Monday. Hopefully see you tonight. Bad diggity dizzle. Gone. Peace.